Hello. Today we start with the potential at a point lying on the equatorial line of dipole. Let's consider a dipole consists of the charges minus q and plus q having a dipole moment p, and O is the midpoint of the dipole. So OA is L and OB is also L, as the two charges are placed at a distance 2L. Plus q is a point which lies on an equatorial line of a dipole and is at a distance y from the midpoint. So QA is equal to under root of y square plus L square using Pythagoras theorem. Similarly, QB is also equal to y under root of y square plus L square using the Pythagoras theorem, mean to say that the QA is equal to QB. Now the potential at the point Q due to the charge Q plus placed at the point B. Using the expression of the potential at a point is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon BQ, and BQ is equal to under root of y square plus L square. Similarly, the potential at Q due to the charge minus Q which is placed at A is written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q upon AQ, which is also equal to under root of y square plus L square. Net potential at the Q is the sum of these two potentials. Though the potential at Q is equal to, taking the Q common, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon BQ minus AQ. So the net potential is 0 as BQ is equal to AQ. The net electrostatic potential at a point in the electric field due to an electric dipole at any point on this line is 0. Now the next is, if suppose the point P lies anywhere, not on the anywhere, and it doesn't lie on a equatorial line or on the axial line, then how can we derive the expression of the potential at a point? So it is a dipole consists of the charges minus q and plus q. Its dipole moment is p. 2L is a distance between the two charges, and P is the point at which we have to find out the potential due to this dipole, which is at a distance r from the midpoint of the dipole. Point P is at a distance r1 from the charge minus q, and it is at a distance r2 from the charge plus q. Now, say this angle is theta, then OM, this distance is A cos theta, and similarly this distance is also A cos theta. As we are dropping up perpendiculars from the point A on the line OP, so we assume that the distance R2 is approximately equal to R minus OM. Similarly, R1 distance is equal to the R plus ON. That is, R1 is equal to R plus A cos theta, and R2 is approximately equal to R minus A cos theta. So the potential at the point P due to the negative charge is equal to KQ upon R1. Similarly, the potential at the point P due to the positive charge is equal to KQ upon R2. So the net potential is the sum of these two potentials. Taking KQ common, it is written as 1 upon R2 minus 1 upon R1. R2 is R plus A cos theta, R2 is equal to R minus A cos theta, and R1 is equal to R plus A cos theta. Substituting these values, and we are getting the potential equal to KQ into 1 upon r minus a cos theta minus 1 upon r plus a cos theta. So solving it, multiply these two quantities together, and we are getting the result, this one. As you know, 2a into q represents the dipole moment, and the potential is a scalar quantity, so we are using only the magnitude of the dipole moment. So it is kp cos theta. Now the special cases. The first special case, if the point P is on the equatorial line, then the angle theta is 90 degree. Now replace theta 90 degree in equation number A. And the value of the cos 90, as you know well, is 0, and anything multiplied by 0 is 0. As we have already proved in our previous lecture that the potential at a point lying on the equatorial line is 0. Same is the result. Now, second case, when the point P lies on the axial line, if it lies on this line, then the value of theta is 0. Putting the value of theta 0 in equation number 1, the relation we get is this one. As the value of the cos 0 is 1, so this is the equation and this is the result which we have already derived in our previous lecture. Now the equipotential surfaces. Equipotential surfaces are those surfaces at every point of which the potential is same. Remember, as the name indicates, equal potential. Yani those surfaces at every point of which the potential is same is called equipotential surface. For a uniform electric field, it is the representation of the equipotential surface. Yellow line shows the representation of the uniform electric field, and the blue planes are the equipotential surfaces for the uniform electric field. Now see, the potential of all the equipotential surfaces is different. It means the potential of different equipotential surfaces is not same. But on a same equipotential surface, at every point the potential is same. If we choose a point here, 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 here on this surface, then on all these points the potential is same. Similarly, on this surface at all the points the potential is same. Similarly, on this surface at all the points the potential is same, but the potential of the surface A is not equal to the potential of the surface B and is not equal to the potential of the surface C. For an isolated charge, say this point represents the positive charge. Yellow lines shows the electric field lines coming out from the positive charge, and the blue circles shows the equipotential surfaces. These surfaces are spherical in shape, and the same thing here. All these surfaces have different potential, but the points on these surfaces, on any one of the surface, all the points on this surface have the same potential. Similarly, all the points on this surface are at same potential, but the points on the surface A and on the surface B are at different potential. The properties of the equipotential surfaces we discuss in the next lecture. Thank you and have a